The earth, riches, and wisdom. So we have, even right there...
What's his name?
This is an emergency transmission from FEMA Region 6 in occupied North America.
There is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the info war. Just in the interest of news, the reason I can never get to the news, I'm trying to figure out what's most important. And literally, I'm like a dog in a butcher shop, and with just all the important news, and I don't know which giant piece of meat to sink my fangs into first. You know, it's almost like a deer in the headlights mode, and I think that's their intention. But right now, let's just give you the headlines. Survey, U.S. press freedom plunges under Obama to 46 in the world after Romania. Gotta love that. That's out of the Washington Times. This is out of the Times of Israel. Iran, we're ready for decisive battle with Israel, U.S. And again, folks, I've been against attacking Iran offensively. I don't want World War III. But now I saw people criticizing me on InfoWars in the comments and on the YouTubes from a few days ago when they were showing simulated videos of blowing up Tel Aviv and U.S. aircraft carriers preemptively. I mean, that's really asking for it. And so I'm saying, why are they doing that? Because their government wants to stay in power and needs war rhetoric because they're very unpopular. And our governments want the war rhetoric to stay in power. The Likudniks, the military-industrial complex over here. And it's just some people are not sophisticated enough to get, I'm on the side of anti-World War III. I'm on the side of prospering, live long and prosper. I'm on the side of building a civilization towards the stars, not constantly having a mindless war economy. The head of their military said, we got sleeper cells in America. It's just really asking for it. Really asking for it. I mean, and people are like, what, you're suddenly pro-war? No, you don't threaten to attack my country. And again, they want to keep the fight going now that Obama's done this peace deal with them. There's some weird stuff going on. I'm even having trouble figuring it out. Here it is. Feds climate change website hacked by online drug seller. Holder urges 11 states to restore the voting rights of former felons. Yeah, they know who their voters are. Conservative group calls for Boner's head. The Speaker of the House, John Boner. I mean, John, well, it is pronounced Boner. He tells us to say Boehner. I mean, be proud of your name, bro. Boner. Conservative group calls for Boehner's head. I mean, this is just, each one of these is a whole stack. I haven't even gotten to that. Okay, this is just kind of the mindless stack right here. Here, I mean, I'm not doing this even in top story order. Panicked shoppers fight over food aid snowpocalypse as global warming super storm hits. Lake Superior will freeze over this winter, NOAA says. And it just continues, ladies and gentlemen, with the fact that there is just an absolute megastorm after megastorm continuing to hit as the sun cools off. It's putting off a lot of X flares and things, but it's not putting off a lot of radiant heat on average. And that's a cycle, and the sun does affect the weather. I know that's a conspiracy theory for some, but I assure you we'd be absolute zero without it. Winter storm, PAX update. South sees beginnings of crippling ice storm, heavy snowfall to the north. Ice experts predict Lake Superior will completely freeze over this winter. Snow rage pits storm-weary residents against plow drivers just trying to do their jobs. Yeah, the idiots out there don't like this, the snow plows clearing the roads for them. They think they should get out of their way. I just got to love the public. It's the instant gratification society. Give it to me now. Give it to me. Give it to me. Don't have a fire truck block half a lane if a car's blowing up on fire. You know, just whatever. Atlanta area braces for ice storm. 4 die in Texas. Power grids are going out, having problems because they've shut down our power plants. So there you go. Historic ice storm, and just more of them just keep slamming into them. You wonder why old houses from like 60, 70 years ago all have, some of them even have fireplaces in the bathroom. And do you know why that is? because we go through cycles, ladies and gentlemen, and it doesn't have jack diddly squat to do with coal-powered plants. It has to do with the sun, that big old ball up there in the sky that burns your skin for however many millions of miles. How many millions of miles is it? Some ridiculous amount. Burns your skin. The reason I say that is the UN, as you know, voted 5 years ago, right before the Copenhagen summit, that the sun does not affect climate. Because scientists were saying, look, your models are all off. It's the sun. They said, no, it's not. They said, no, that's why the ice caps are melting on Mars. And then, of course, they're growing again because the sun's cooled off. But side issue, 93 million miles, and it'll burn your butt in an hour now on a summer day. 6 killed in avalanches across western United States, but it doesn't affect the climate. The moon doesn't affect it either. Smith on Iraq Christians in Congress. Life appears to be worse now than under Saddam. That was the whole point, bud. Christians the most persecuted, peer research, 10-1. The UN just everywhere just lines them up, shoots them. It even ends up in the New York Times, but like, well, they did line them up by the thousands and kill them, but you know, they... Look at Syria. Look at all of it. We got incredible science news I haven't gotten to. This is a monster. Sunspot now larger than Jupiter. It's hundreds of times the size of the Earth. Continues to unleash solar flares. I wonder if Obama's baloney will stop a super flare from blowing out all the satellites. I mean, can't you wave that magic wand, suspend the laws of physics like you do with your stupid global warming tax garbage? Here's a new one. New U.S. military space plane aims for 2017 liftoff. Let me decipher this. Aircraft, space planes developed in the late 70s will now be rolled out 40 years in the future. We're not going to let you know the 35, 40-year other advanced Black Manna and other systems that are at least 15 years old. And by the way, I have talked to the former head of the Star Wars program on record. I have talked to the top-level NASA people, folks, and the stuff they've got is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And they didn't tell me classified stuff. They told me what had been accidentally leaked and just said, you're right, it's 35, 40 years advanced. They had fleets of robot drones in space, operational with DU Meteor gun sabos in 1979. You're not in Kansas anymore. The vaccines have nanotech to re-engineer your brain. That's why people are acting like zombies, folks. I'm telling you, it's on. You're living in the Twilight Zone, baby, and so am I. And I'm quite frankly excited about it. I don't like it's happening, but I am, man, let me tell you, I'm not bored. I mean, whoa. You want me to watch football again? You think I care about that? I care about what the Japanese astronomers and people have shown, these big, giant floating platforms up in space. You think the International Space Station? They've got stuff in deep orbit out there that is amazing. 6, 7, 8 football fields square. And do you know what's floating on it? Oh, some real fun toys. Now, this is crazy. We're being walled off in this world with Justin Bieber and all these mindless people and everyone just following what television says, imagining their stars, imagining by buying into the hype that it's empowering them while total evil is taking over. We've got to break through the wall of fake national security that's the elite security for a breakaway civilization. We've got to capture the future. We need the life extension technology that they're already hoarding. We need Elysium for ourselves. Their answer to give you Elysium is to open the borders. No, the answer is to give the technology to everybody and to break these monopolies. The elite will never get off this planet if they don't do that. You could just prime project on every angle. You're not going to do the wrong thing and get the future. You're going to really screw stuff up. Alex Jones here to tell you about how you can help spread liberty worldwide while also enjoying what I have found to be the best tasting 100% organic coffee on the planet. For more than a decade, my favorite coffee has come from the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers grow their unique shade-grown Arabica beans. We have now managed to secure these sought-after beans in a highly customized blend. Discover and try a bag of the Patriot Blend 100% organic coffee at InfoWarsLife.com. This coffee gives you a long, smooth pick-me-up for hours without the headaches and heartburn that so many other coffees give me personally. Hands down, this is my favorite coffee, and it's taken us years to secure connections directly to the Chiapas Mexican farmers. Drop by the site today, order a bag or two, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Available in original or with our Immune Support Infusion Blend. You will be supporting a free press, all the while enjoying a truly great tasting cup of my favorite coffee. Available at InfoWarsLife.com.